Hello, welcome back to Canada Visa News. Hope you are doing great. Most people who want to come to Canada aren't rich or artists, and most others don't have the education or the work experience. So how does the average person immigrate to Canada? Most of these are options for temporary residence in Canada, but each can be turned into permanent residence and, eventually, citizenship, if you meet the requirements. So in today's video, we are going to discuss top 7 fastest and cheapest ways to immigrate to Canada. Please hit like, subscribe and do not forget to push the notification bell for upcoming updates. So let's jump into today's episode without any delay. Let's start with number 7, trade agreements. In addition to the most well-known trade agreement, NAFTA, since replaced by the USMCA, Canada has other trade agreements that allow for certain immigration exemptions. The only problem is these agreements are only open to citizens from the following countries: Chile, Jordan, Panama, Colombia, Liechtenstein, Peru, Costa Rica, Korea, Switzerland, Iceland, Mexico, United States of America and few more. You can find the complete list on canada.ca website. If you are a national of one of these countries and you work for a company that either has a Canadian operation or has a contract with a Canadian company, you may be able to work in Canada without a Labour Market Impact Assessment, LMIA. These agreements allow for you to work for your company, or their subsidiary, branch, affiliate, or parent company, in Canada in what is called an intra-company transfer. This list will increase in the future as Canada has many free trade agreements in the works, but at the moment, only these nationals of these countries are eligible for the so-called NAFTA visa. 6. Work permit with job offer. If you are semi-skilled or skilled, university educated, for most people the simplest way to come to Canada is to get a work permit. There are 2 problems. 1. First, you have to convince a Canadian employer to give you a job over a Canadian citizen or permanent resident. 1. Second, your employer has to convince Human Resources and Development Canada that they must hire a foreign worker as no Canadian can do that job, a labour market opinion. 1. So what seems like an easy process is made complicated. Add to that the problem of applying for a job from overseas, and it seems impossible. If you have any connections in Canada, that is the best way. Contact them and see if they know anyone who is hiring. Your work experience can lead to permanent residence through one of the below programs. 1. The CEC. 2. The Federal Skilled Worker of Trades programs, if you qualify. 3. Or through the province's skilled worker and semi-skilled worker programs. 5. Spousal sponsorship. Psst, don't tell anyone, but having a Canadian spouse or partner is one of the easiest ways into the country. Immigration, refugees and citizenship in Canada is cracking down on marriage fraud, when 2 people legalize a sham marriage in order to get the foreign spouse permanent residence and citizenship, so you better make sure your relationship is real. 4. International Experience Canada, IEC, aka Working Holiday. If you are from a select group of countries, this is the program for you. If you are between the ages of 18 and 35, you can come to Canada on an open work permit, which means you don't need a job offer. Participating countries: Australia, Denmark, Japan, Norway, Taiwan, Austria, Estonia, South Korea, Poland, Ukraine, Belgium, France, Latvia, Slovakia, United Kingdom, and few more. Complete list available on canada.ca website. There are 3 types of IEC programs. 1. Working Holiday. Open to most nationals of the above countries aged 18 to 35 provided you meet the requirements. 2. Young Professionals. You need a university degree and a job offer. 3. Co-op. Must be a student at a post-secondary institution in your home country, in an eligible program. Your work experience under the Working Holiday or Young Professional programs can be used towards obtain permanent residence, through one of the following programs. 1. The CEC. 2. The Federal Skilled Worker of Trades programs, if you qualify. 3. Or through the province's skilled worker and semi-skilled worker programs. Co-op experience cannot be used towards CEC. 3. Live-in caregiver program currently closed. The easiest career-specific route into Canada for anyone who isn't a skilled worker. It's the live-in caregiver program. With only high school education, a job offer, and either 6 months training or 1 year of caregiver experience, you could get a work permit. There are numerous agencies that specialize in matching employers with potential foreign caregivers, so it is much easier to find an employer than it is for other jobs. Canada currently has a special permanent residence stream for those who have participated in this program, as well. This program is currently closed to new applicants. 2. Study permit. If you, or your parents can afford it, there is no better way to come to Canada than through studying at a Canadian university or college. Canada offers numerous programs and a few Canadian universities are considered among the best in the world. Colleges, which offer more practical education, are another option. The best part: the Canadian provinces offer permanent residence streams for graduates of post-secondary institutions. But make sure when you are choosing your university you research the provincial nominee program for your university's province, to see what it takes to get permanent residence. It usually takes a job offer after graduation and a commitment to remain in the province at the very least. It's also important to remember that whatever work you do while a student will not count towards any work experience immigration streams, so if you get a student work permit to support yourself, keep that in mind. 1. Visitor visa. If the only way you can come to Canada is with a job offer and a work permit, the easiest way to come to Canada is to get a visitor visa, if you need one, and to look for a job while you're here. You cannot work in Canada using your visitor visa. But you can communicate with potential employers about future work. You should know that you will need another reason to visit Canada, as it is unlikely that a border officer will be willing to let you into the country if you say you are coming to look for work. But don't lie. Lying will only make you inadmissible, which means you will not be allowed in. Rather, you should plan an actual holiday to Canada to see this beautiful country and, while here, see if you can make a few connections. Once you have returned home, you can start the work permit process. That's all for today in this video. Hopefully the information was useful to you. What's your thoughts on this? Please, let us know in the comment section below. See you in the upcoming episodes. Till then, take care.